and this is the girls' final, our first of the day, and this is a huge one. Charles, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I had a bit of a look in terms of when we had on last weekend Saturday, when we had these games happening in between, and it was just so good to see all of these youngsters expressing themselves. You can see they're not playing under the weight of pressure where there's lots of trophies and prizes and money up for grabs. They are enjoying the opportunity, they are growing, they are developing, and just to see the excitement on their faces with the opportunity, it makes me so glad to see and to behold what has been such a fresh breath of air with these youngsters coming through.
Well, and Kat, we can't not think about our mixed finals that are going to be coming as well, where we're going to see more of these teams and in a unique format.
Yeah, and it's exactly that, having opportunities to play with the senior sides, with professional players. You know, they'll be starting off doing their 10 minutes, wanting to do the best that they possibly can, because it all adds up and is going to affect that, who gets the prize money, who gets to lift that final trophy.
And we are just about to get underway as they have the trademark tunnel, the hugs, high fives, kisses to get these teams ready. They truly are a family, and here they come. The Honey Badgers out first in their trademark red strip, and then here comes the Cape Town Wild Dogs. And this is just a really unique opportunity for these young players. Putting their hands up, they can be seen by international coaches galore here, and of course, just advancing their career. I was talking to one of the moms in the VIP section, and she was saying that her daughter this morning got to do kicking practice with a former South African fly half, and then was learning how to pass off her right hand like backwards. And I mean, it's just a unique environment, Kat, that we're in.
Well, you can't buy experience like that, can you? You know, and to have that, and they're going to remember that for a very, very long time, because you always do as a young player. It's these experiences are just massive.
Oh, I think Kat and I were just going to swap. We can do whatever, though. So I'll stay play-by-play?
Well, thank you for that wonderful insights, Wendy, in terms of this fantastic match happening. We've got the Cape Town Wild Dogs under 18 girls up against the Balkan Honey Badgers. And what a fantastic, exciting match to see this next generation of young players coming through the mix and having their opportunity. Well, the ref sets us off as we get ready for this match. And a nice deep kickoff to start off with the Balkan Honey Badgers under 18 girls taking the ball up through the middle. Nice strong defense from the Cape Town Wild Dogs as they manage to turn over the ball, but
time off.
And unfortunately, an injury for the Balkan Honey Badgers.
No foul play. She came down.
A lot of enthusiasm to start us off here, Kat, in terms of these Cape Town Wild Dogs. They look like they're up for the challenge.
Oh, definitely. Well, even as they ran out, they were dancing, they were jumping up and down.
Hey,
they really looked like they were up for it. But this is really sad, and to see for the Badgers player who is gonna have to be carried off. So her day is done.
Yeah,
but
time is off. Already took time off.
yeah, shame. No one likes to see that.
Yeah, it's not always ideal in terms of what we've spoken about, this opportunity for these young girls, and to go off on an injury so early in the match is obviously very devastating, but good to see the camaraderie amongst the girls to clap her off and to help her on the way. Well, the scores are still deadlock at 0-0 with the penalty awarded to the Cape Town Wild Dogs. Wild Dogs again trying to penetrate through the middle as they look to exploit the space on the outside. And the patient defense of the Balkan Honey Badgers showing strong. We've seen a ploy, especially from the Wild Dogs, notoriously known for going quite wide, but a nice refreshing tactic, Wendy, to see how the Wild Dogs are going through the middle.
It is. It's just really nice to see them pushing directly with that, and now they're going to have to work from this scrum. It's a good opportunity for them, but a little bit of a start and stop start.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. As that left-hand scrum for the Balkan Honey Badgers will try to get out of the half. Just the scrum set just outside of the 22 of the Wild Dogs as they get the tight head turnover ball, and now they're trying to exploit that space on the outside. Good flat pass, and the Good jinking and weaving as they try to see for that gaps to open up. The ref says that ball went backwards as the Balkan Honey Badgers struggles to contain this Wild Dog side. The Wild Dogs out with 5 meters, trying to go route one, but the ball was turned over by the Badgers. And a complete coach killer right there. And the penalty awarded. The Wild Dogs will be so disappointed with that outcome, especially having that momentum, Kat.
Yeah, absolutely, because they looked really close to the try line, but how clever of the Badgers defense. Instead of trying to go low and take down their big players, they went straight in on the ball, so they poached it, they stole, then they got to like play out. So really smart defense there.
Absolutely, and just talking about core skills, Wendy, just seeing a young under-18 girl kicking the ball out so beautifully, just showcases again the growth of what this tournament offers to these younger players.
Yeah, they're getting really unique opportunities to work with former international players, current international players, and getting those tips that maybe they're not getting at their local club. And I mean, it's just amazing.
Absolutely. And
jumping across the line now. Jumping across the line now.
The penalty awarded to the Balkan Honey Badgers. You cannot jump across in terms of having to keep the half-a meter space open in the line out. The Balkan Honey Badgers will try to, again, get some good territory. We've seen the Badgers being also quite direct in their approach, Kat,
but you have to go straight up.
With the space being on the outside, they will try to vary their play to try and see how they can break this defense of the Wild Dogs.
Definitely, and that's the beauty of 10s, is that you do have your you play to your skill set. The Badgers look like a smaller team than the Wild Dogs, so maybe they want to tire them out, they want to run, they want to pick their spaces and take their opportunities when they are on to break through, but they're not going to get a chance because there's been a knock on, so it's going to be the Wild Dogs who now have their opportunity for an attack.
Yeah, absolutely, as the scrum is awarded to the Wild Dogs. Score still deadlock at 0 as we approach the 5-minute mark with a halfway in this first half. And joining us all around the world, this is the under-18 girls division final.
Set.
As the Wild Dogs with a scrum inside in their own half. Strong scrum by the Honey Badgers.
Not on.
And you could just hear the grunt and the passion and the determination of that pack of the Badgers. Wendy just showcasing again the commitment to the cause.
Absolutely, and they're just, you know, getting in there and getting dirty, as you say. And really the difference here is who is going to be able to get their continuity going. And we can start here with the scrum.
Set.
Yeah, we know the game of 10s is all about momentum.
Early push.
The Cape Town Wild Dogs again with the early push, and
they're good.
The Balkan Honey Badgers looking to speed up things as they look to penetrate to the middle, entering the 22 of the Wild Dogs. Be quite slow out of the ruck in terms of how they wanted to execute that, but they still gather possession.
Leave it.
As the ref calls for the Wild Dogs to keep their discipline when it comes to the defense.
Leave it, Yellow.
The Badgers staying patient in the way they've been probing around the rucks. And what a good clean break, but good cover defense by the Wild Dogs, but done illegally. The Badgers would like to take this as quick as possible and try to see if they can execute and penetrate the space on the outside. A lot of indecision at the moment, but the Badgers managed to get that ball wide space on the outside, but a good cutback as they again look to generate momentum and a chance here on the outside, but again,
you missed it.
Determined defense by this Wild Dogs team.
That's fine.
As they look to flood in players in the ruck area, but Badgers again struggling to get the ball out of that ruck situation, and the patience of the ref at the moment running out, Kat.
Yeah, definitely. They're really, like, it's bit neck and neck, isn't it? It's like the teams are just working each other out right now. Neither side taking a massive dominance in terms of attack or the defense. But, yeah, both wanting to just strike, it feels.
Yeah, the mark's going to be here.
Yeah, discipline's such an important part of the 10s format, or in any format, rather. As the Balkan Honey Badgers again have an opportunity to just 5 away from the line, and a big strong run by the Badgers. loose head.
Offsides advantage.
And again, the advantage given to the Balkan Honey Badgers. Windy at the moment, they are their own worst enemy in terms of their execution. We know the discipline of the Wild Dogs has let them down, but the Balkan Honey Badgers need to be clinical.
Hold, no, hold.
Yeah, they need to score here. They've been down here. They've pinned the Wild Dogs for a bit. They need to score, and here's an opportunity. Oh.
And unfortunately, a knock on by the Badgers after spending, or camping rather, in the 22 of the Wild Dogs. And what do you put that down to, Wendy? Do you put that down to composure, or a little bit over-excitement, or the excitement or the exuberance of youth, just letting them down on that occasion?
Yeah, I think so, right? They know what's in front of them, and they're just not able to connect those passes. There's you put a lot of pressure on yourself, especially as a young player where you want to do maybe all of it by yourself. And they just need to find each other and try to get this one in and get some points on the board, and then they can kind of settle into their game plan.
Not lean forward. You got to sit back on our support.
Yeah, score still deadlock at 0-0 with just less than 1.5 minutes in this first half. This is the girls under 18 final between the Cape Town Wild Dogs and the Balkan Honey Badgers. Two notorious, strong franchises. It's got a big history in terms of how they've dominated in this tournament.
Yellow,
and again, strong scrum by the Balkan Honey Badgers, getting the penalty. And at the moment, the pack of the Wild Dogs struggling to cope with the physicality of this Badgers team. Opportunity with just less than 2 meters away, and the pick up and go. And a wonderful score, a well-deserved score for the Balkan Honey Badgers. It had, the damn wall had to break down, Kat.
Say that again?
Yeah, they've been building, hadn't they? And to come away without points there would have been pretty criminal, really. So they needed to keep applying that pressure, and it's finally paid off for them and got themselves a good score there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the physicality, almost the theme of this Balkan Honey Badgers team. Wendy, what does this Wild Dogs team have to cope and try to counter the physicality of this Badgers team?
Well, and here's another look at it, but you can see there, Wild Dogs, they make this tackle, this first one, and it's good, and they go for the poach, but then they release immediately, and that lets the Badgers get this score here. It's just a little bit slow at the post, so now that Honey Badgers kind of gotten it together, Wild Dogs need to also get it together on their side and start aligning.
Yeah, flat kickoff from the Badgers to restart, as time on the first half is officially of the past, as the Wild Dogs looks to probe in the trenches. And a nice strong run again by the Wild Dogs as they regain possession, or keep possession rather. Strong run through the middle. The Wild Dogs applying some really good pressure and managing to put some phases together, and again slipping out, sneaking through the defenders at the moment. This Wild Dogs team looking very dangerous with ball in hand. Again, trying to cut this defense open through the middle, as the Wild Dogs manage to go the same side. Again, an opportunity here on the outside. Good step in, and still evading the defenders. And what a fantastic score, looking like a young Cat Merchant. Cat, what a fantastic score by the young lady of the Cape Town Wild Dogs.
Yeah, no, absolutely pace out wide. And as we've said, like you mentioned it about the Wild Dogs do like to play wide, expansive rugby in the men's, in the women's. Now we're seeing it in the girls as well. But look at that step back inside, such a casual display, and then breaks out of the other tackle as well. And then just absolute pace in the finish. Ball into two hands before she scores. Smart young lady, so she's not going to risk knocking it on. Great score there.
Yeah, the conversion unsuccessful as the Honey Badgers go into the halftime break, leading by 7 points to 5 in this girls under 18 rugby championship division final. Well, Wendy, sometimes you need a bit of individual brilliance to get you through and just spark something to almost be a catalyst for the comeback.
It did, and and it came through. Just a beautiful individual effort there. Miss on the conversion, but this one getting him in there closer with the score line. And my goodness, what a response to Honey Badgers being camped out for so long, and then Wild Dogs, that individual performance, getting him on the board. And that's what they need to kind of build that comeback again. And we'll take a look at this try again. Just like Kat said, the footwork here, boom, beats the first, and then just the leg and the power to be able to stay up, and then now knowing that she's got it, switches it to the two hands and touching it down, not even with the dive.
No, she didn't risk the dive. She just had that confidence to put it down, but lovely balanced young player, so a bright future ahead of her.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about the future, Kat, you've been there, done it all, you've won a World Cup, and these young girls starting off their journey, and obviously there's a lot of pressure to perform, to try and make a career out of it. What sort of advice do you give to these younger girls who has the ambition of making the game of rugby a professional career?
So I think it's about taking every opportunity and not like worrying about it, but learn. You're never, I don't think there ever is a complete player. When you think there's nothing else to learn, then you're past it. You have to always be open, have to be willing to learn, listen to your coaches. But one of the most important things I would say is be confident. Be confident in yourself and back your ability, because you've got to believe in yourself for other people to see it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better. We've seen such rich talent on display, especially from this next generation. And we've spoken about them rubbing shoulders with the more experienced players and their franchises, Wendy. What sort of impact that does do, not only psychologically, but also in terms of the aspirations and in what the demands are of this game? How important is it to be surrounded by these big-time players?
Yeah, I mean, you're working with legends in the game, right? What an opportunity to do that, where you've probably seen them on TV, you've maybe seen them at training now here this weekend, but then you're working day and day with them, and it's just, you're picking up skills and all those little tips, and this is just, I mean, it's unreal, the opportunity these young players have.
Yeah, absolutely. As we restart the second half, with the Honey Badgers still in the lead by 7 points to 5. And a fantastic flat pass for the Wild Dogs as they now to look to get a good break through the middle. Now they're trying to probe on this blind side as the Wild Dogs, again with a good cutback switch, and now managing to get momentum, but Balkan Honey Badgers intercepts the pass and manages to regain possession, trying to build from their own half. And again, jinking and probing, trying to find that half a gap.
Tackle now.
As the Wild Dogs at the moment needs to release that ball in the ruck. A little bit of indecision and a very good, strong counter ruck by the Wild Dogs. As they managed, again, with a flat pass. And so unfortunately, that ball going to the... going forward. And with the amount of injuries we've been seeing at the moment, the physicality of these girls are quite ferocious as we see the Wild Dogs taking the knee, Kat.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge clear out, the decision that that it might have been on to get the turnover, and then a big hit as well. But the players all now taking a knee, assuming respect for the injured player. But yeah, there's been some physical hits definitely on display.
Yeah, such a beautiful gesture in terms of just again showing the values of what this Rugby 10s Championship has meant to all the players. We speak about inclusivity, equality, and opportunity for everyone to be part of this beautiful game. And again, the Rugby 10s Championship takes innovation to a whole different level. Wendy, I've been so impressed with the officiating of the refs. Sometimes the refs don't get enough credit for what they bring to our game, but the officiating has been top-notch.
It's a really cool weekend, and talking to Justin Hale in the center, that he loves this organization. They've got lots of support around them, where they've got really good ARs, and then their referee manager as well is top-notch, and so they're reviewing things and they're checking things after the game and making adjustments and just making it clear for the players. That's key, right? As long as the picture is clear, then they can respond and play. And I think it's been a well-picked team.
Yeah, well said. The Badgers changes direction from that scrum. And again, just releasing the players on the outside as they look to build just outside of the 22 of the Wild Dogs. The Wild Dogs will
Tackle
really need to
fine.
keep their discipline.
Tackle.
The Badgers flooding that ruck, making sure that they can secure possession. Opting to go route one.
Out now, no,
And the
no,
Wild Dogs
yellow.
defense still staying resolute in terms of taking up the line, but an opportunity here for the Balkan Honey
You gotta
Badgers.
release, yellow.
And again, not releasing in that tackle.
Yellow, not
The
releasing.
Wild Dogs at the moment will really need to sharpen on their discipline, with the Badgers currently in the
Let's
lead.
use it.
Opting to go for the quick tap as they enter the 22 of this Wild Dogs team. The Badgers at the moment,
Bridging over.
again, doing all the work
Bridging
but not
over.
getting the reward
Bridging over.
in terms of the effort that they are putting in, Wendy.
Yeah, it's just, you know, not quite, the coin isn't bouncing their way today. They've got a chance here, and they've got to take advantage of it. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, strong run in the trenches, but just losing the ball in the contact situation. And we've spoken about the opportunity and the experience, and it's so good to see that the girls are not beating themselves up when they make mistakes. They're taking it on the chin, Kat, and they're just ready for the next play.
Yeah, we still got 8. We still got 6
Yeah,
minutes.
absolutely right. There's which
I
is
need
a
to
great
strike up the
skill
ball.
that
Yeah.
needs it needs
Okay,
work as well,
strike
and you
ball.
need to practice, because you can, when you make an error, your head can go down. So really good that they're not letting it affect them. They're just staying focused. Like a little error there in terms of she was
Fine.
handing off with the ball in that hand. Like experience is going to tell her move to the other so you can get a full hand off there and a bit cleaner.
Yeah, strong shove by the Wild Dogs in that scrum, but the Balkan Honey Badgers
Now,
manages to
out.
secure their possession. At the moment, the Wild Dogs are
Counter's
so
good, counter's
physical when
fine.
it comes to
We're all good. On your feet.
the collision area, asserting their dominance. Badgers at the moment just struggling to contain
No.
the way they've been
Yellow,
attacking
you're
the
off
ruck,
your
but you
feet.
got to stay on your feet
Ball down.
if you choose to go with a counter-attack. A lot of calmness being shown by the Badgers team.
Your mark there.
And that's what this, yeah, that's what it's about, Kat. It's about the team. It's about the leader stepping up and giving a bit of direction.
21, I need you to stay on your feet, yeah?
Yeah, there's been a few both
here's
sides
your mark,
penalties for that going off feet in the ruck. So
Okay,
again,
2 and 2,
something
please.
that's they're
2 and
doing
2.
it because they want to win the ball so badly, and so they're excited, and but then you just lose their footing, and it's giving opposition the ball. But both teams are guilty of it so far. But a short line out coming in now for the Badgers.
Yeah, Badgers manages to win their first line out in this final as they look to shift the ball in contact.
All the way.
An opportunity on the far side, but again, the core skills letting them down. And an unfortunate knock-on to give possession back to the Wild Dogs. The Wild Dogs currently are trailing this Badgers team by 2 points with just less than 3.5 minutes to go. What will be the tactics to try and get the score that will put them in the lead, Kat?
Well, I think they've got to go back to what they're best at, and their score, they did really well for getting their speedsters out wide, get them the ball, let them have a go. So I think they've got to move it. They've really got to get this ball wide and back themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. So wonderful to see on the pictures. The crowd of supporters coming to support these girls, supporting these franchises in their ploy to see if they can win this final opportunity here for the Wild Dogs. Again, so dangerous in the trenches with their flair and their pace. And a good show and go, but well met in defense by the Badgers as they enter the half. Some players on the outside, but opting to go through the middle. At the moment, the Badgers defense really well organized, but an opportunity on the outside, but manages to probe through the gap.
Release the ball
And good awareness in terms of applying the law to keep on the momentum of the move, and you got to get away from the ruck too. Penalty awarded for this Wild Dogs team.
No, that's all.
As
They got back.
momentum is firmly in their favor.
Out, leave it!
They opting to go same side, and a good cutout pass with the opportunity on the outside. Can she finish? Yes, she can. What a fantastic score by the Wild Dogs. So well deserved.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we were saying they needed to do. They need to get it to their speedster and just back up, because she's such a prolific try scorer. So get it to those wings, get the support, and now they are right back in. They've taken the lead. You could see she was thinking about trying to get under the post to make sure that they got the extra points. So they used their big runners. A great collision there, and then good running, but it's the speed at which the ball can come out of that ruck to then be able to get the ball out wide, and it's a beautiful miss pass, and then here just a one-on-one back herself, gives the handoff, goes over in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely, and just the awareness to shift the ball away from the contact, to have the opportunity to defend. It just again showcases the growth of the girls in terms of their understanding of how to penetrate the opportunity. The Wild Dogs in the lead now by 10 points to 7 with just over 1 minute left in this final. After this match, we will have the men's division final
Tap was good.
between the Cape Town Wild Dogs and the St. Clemente Rhinos. And again, the physicality at the moment is next level between these two teams, especially from this Cape Town Wild Dogs team. And this Badgers team will have one more opportunity here, Kat, to try and see if they can clinch this trophy from the hands, or the grip rather, from this Wild Dogs team.
Exactly. So, last minute and possibly last opportunity. They're 3 points down. There's just an injury on field, so they are looking over to that. It's hot out there, and it's a hard ground, and these girls aren't holding back. There are some big hits going in, so some sore bodies out there.
Yeah, so we just see the pictures of these young girls looking so confident. And if we just look at the highlights, that number 16 of the Cape Town Wild Dogs, Kat, just talk us through in terms of the impact that this player has had on this match.
Oh, she's been absolutely sensational. Such confidence from her, and as you said, she's already got those skills of moving the ball across. But it's the footwork that she has as well, and she just eventually get it. But this one was out and out, one-on-one, and a really wide pass. It's a difficult one for her to take, and then it's just, handoff easy. She's over the line, still does a little bit more footwork. She's thinking, can I beat this player to make sure I can get under the post to make sure it's easier? Yeah, what a talented player.
You can see, by the way, the coach shot at it. I'm sure he put the blood pressure up in trying to probably call for her to dot that ball down. But
yeah.
But a fantastic finish nonetheless. As the Honey Badgers, the Balkan Honey Badgers, will have one more opportunity to see if they can do the impossible, and that is to get the try well within their half. Try and see if they can win this final, the under-18 girls division. We've seen the Wild Dogs so physical when it comes to the breakdown area, flooding it, trying to impose and be dominant, but the Wild Dogs still fighting. With time now officially finished on the clock. You can hear the fans shouting, screaming, chanting this Badgers team on. At the moment, not going anywhere with this Wild Dogs defense. So well organized. You can't go through the sides. You've got to be aware of going through the gate when you want to do the counter ruck.
Right there.
And the penalty awarded to the Badgers. Decision time as they up to go for the quick tap. It's all happening here at the San Juan Capistrano venue here in Southern California. The under-18 girls final. And unfortunately, the knock on there, will that be time?
Knock on.
The ref looks at his watch, Kat, but he says, looks like it, he says there will be one more play.
Yeah, I thought that was full time of this. Time for more, so Wild Dogs really now just need to be sensible, secure it, and this is where hopefully their experience, I know they're youngsters, but hopefully they're asking how long ref was time, so they can just play it out and then look to kick it out nice and safely so they can secure this final win.
Yeah, we've seen this Wild Dog scrum so dominant in this final as they opt to attack. And that's what we want to see from these youngsters, taking the opportunity, trying to run down the clock as much as possible. And this Cape Town Wild Dogs again shifting the ball through the contact. Oh, big collision in the middle. But again, shifting the ball so beautifully in contact. An opportunity here for the Wild Dogs with the goose step.
Yep.
But the Balkan Honey Badgers again intercepts the ball and will try to conjure up an attack within their own half.
Tackle still moving. Let it down, safe.
The ball still continues going forward. Again, so strong with ball in hand, this Badgers team. They've been so physical as well, matching fire with this Wild Dogs team as they opt to go with the ball to boot. Probably not the wisest opportunity with the scoreboard, but the
Red
ref
14, offside.
awards the penalty. Maybe that
You got a
would
mark
be
right here.
time, but the ref awards the penalty for this Wild Dogs team.
We're at full
Let's
time
see
and a
if
half.
sense will prevail here, Kat.
Win the game.
Yeah, so it's full time, referees just said. So really now they just need to tap it first and then kick it into touch to finish the game. But it actually looks like they're going to play it, which is it's high risk and not necessary, because if they lose the ball and then the Badgers score, they could lose that final. So
Nine. Can't
they've
cover the
won
net.
another penalty.
Yeah, the discipline at the moment from this Balkans team,
Yeah,
letting
they
them
were good. They
down
made it to
big
the line.
time as the Wild Dogs
Tackle
into
out,
the
10.
22. They're opting to go to the right-hand side again. First taking contact before they shift the ball in contact, but Chance on the outside, again with that dangerous runner with ball in hand. Good step inside, but manages to be tackled about 7.5 meters away from the try line. And again, a good probe on the blind side and a fantastic finish to finish off what has been a phenomenal final for this Cape Town Wild Dogs team.
Yeah, they were brave. They didn't take the easy option. They could have tapped and got it out, but they wanted to really finish with some flair. So they got a fantastic try there, and again, great work to get it wide. And that's our speedster who nearly goes in for a third, but she does really well. Goes down, presents the ball, nice pick and carry off the side of it. So a really good spot as well from the try scorer.
Yeah, absolutely, as the ref blows the final whistle, and that concludes this under-18 girls division final as the Cape Town Wild Dogs are crowned champions over the Balkan Honey Badgers, winning by 15 points to 7. It's been a showcase of determination, character, but the youth exuberance coming to the fore in this final, Cat.
Deserved winners are the Wild Dog girls.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've spoken about this over the series as well as the championship, about the theme, you know, equality, innovation, inclusivity. It's just wonderful to see how these girls get the opportunity to come and showcase their skills, but having the platform at a center stage to come and show and make their, not only their families and themselves proud, but also their franchise.
Yeah, it is genuinely huge. Having played rugby since I was 14, and it was so different. The girls, we didn't even have our own changing room at times because the lads were in there or men's team were using it, so you didn't get to even train sometimes. Or the lights, they just turn them off because the men were finished, even if the girls were still playing. This happened, and it's not even that long ago when you think about the time and how it's developed now to have these girls be given the platform and the opportunity to do this, and hopefully start to see this as the norm. This is just normal. Girls get it, men get it. Like, absolutely fantastic to see.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see just the camaraderie and the congratulations and the well wishes on both teams. The game has been played in such a wonderful spirit as we see the medal ceremony taking place. Such a proud moment, I believe, Kat, that these girls will treasure for a lifetime.
Definitely, they're putting their silver medals on so they can be all pretty proud there with their achievements.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just so good to see the smiles on the faces, the joy in receiving their medals. And where to from here for these girls, Kat, in terms of their pursuit? We've spoken about taking the opportunity, but it's about growing and developing your skill set.
Yeah, developing a skill set, but for right now, they're just going to be enjoying this moment and their opportunity there. Their names is about to get called now, but silver medalists, we've got the Honey Badger girls.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to these girls. You can see there's a few disappointed faces, but they put up such a valiant fight and are true and worthy competitors in this final as they grab the silver medal. And good to see them also waving.
Yeah, I'm not against a few moody faces in there because, you know, if you're content with coming second, then, you know, they can be proud of their efforts, but I'm okay with them looking a bit upset, a bit moody. They wanted to win, and that's exactly the drive that is going to take it further. So now they're getting their gold medals put on now as they get ready to come across for their trophy lift and their opportunity in the sun.
Yeah, as we see this Cape Town Wild Dogs team receiving their gold medal, it looks like winning is a habit in this franchise. They know how to clinch finals, they know how to win big games, and good to see the culture of the senior teams permeating through the junior teams as well.
And this is their moment. They're about to get...
Yeah, to get their trophy. Worthy winners of the Rugby 10s champion girls under 18 division final, the winners of the 2024 edition, the Cape Town Wild Dogs. Worthy winners, as we see the celebrations will go on for a long time today, and it will be sodas all round, Kat, and some apple juices to celebrate what has been a fantastic final. And great to see the songs being sang and the chants of what has been a fantastic final to behold.
Definitely, yeah, there's going to be some big smiles, and I imagine dancing, because some of the players were dancing coming out before the final, so now they've gone and they've won it and they've got the trophy. I imagine there's going to be a lot of dancing on their way off the pitch as well.
Absolutely, such a beautiful sight to see the joy on these young girls' faces as they get ready for the next step in their career, to hopefully be part of what all of the opportunities at the international front is affording them. We've seen the HSB Sevens happening over this weekend, the Olympics that has taken place, this World Cup coming on soon as well, and this will be the face that will be carrying the torch forward for the future of rugby in the Rugby 10s Championship, as well as international rugby is so healthy, seeing this next generation of rugby players coming through and worthy winners of what has been a wonderful final to watch. We'll be getting ready for the men's final that will be taking place soon, where Cape Town Wild Dogs, the seniors of the men, will take on the San Clemente Rhinos as we get ready to go down pitch side with Wendy to chat with a few important people.
Girls under 18 division final. Wow, how did you get it done?
Man, you know, we came together as a team, especially in that second half. I mean, teamwork, camaraderie, that really brings us together, makes us play as a team, and we got it done by supporting each other and being there. So.
And you're holding the trophy. How was it to take that trophy from Nicole Heverland, a Paris Olympian?
It felt great. It felt like a blessing. Very excited. Thank you.
And Coach, you got them here. You've got them through several weeks of play, through the series, through everything. How did that go for you, having this unique camp environment?
I must say it's been an honor to work with these girls, especially the management. I'm taking something very special back to Cape Town, except for the trophy, the memories with these girls, and at the end of the day, rugby has definitely won. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you to everyone that made this possible.
Congratulations, and thank you so much. Nicole, what an honor for you to be able to come from Paris to Rugby 10s and hand that trophy over to these young girls. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's amazing to see. Just like, I'm so proud to see where rugby is in America, and not only to be here, like in America, but also like great play. Like, I was surprised, and it was impressive, and I'm just so happy to see it all.
It's so cool to have you here, you know, just coming off the back of Paris with the United States team, where a bronze medal. How proud of you of that side, and what do we have to look forward to?
You're looking forward to like rugby being a thing in America, and like so proud of our success in Paris, and it's only going to grow from here. And I just can't say it enough. I'm just so happy and excited.
Yeah, and you've got a fresh new team down in Dubai right now. They played last night. Haven't seen the scores yet, so we don't spoil anything. But what is about these new players? How excited are you for them?
They got a lot of energy. They're young. They got a lot of energy. I'm super excited for them. That we got 4 years to really, you know, show them like our program, and they're crushing it out in Dubai. I mean, we had a great start already. I'm gonna spoil it. We're 2-1 in pool play, and we got France in the quarterfinals, so we're super excited about that. A great matchup, and you know, they're athletes, and they're gonna be great.
And these types of organizations are where we're going to find the next talent, right? So what did you see today? You already said it was fantastic play, but any players standing out to you?
No one in particular, but I think like the grit to just tackle and be aggressive is what we need, and you don't see that a lot. You don't see the technicality. I saw girls chop low on the ankles, and that is what I want to see. And the aggression was there, and just like the fight to win is there. It's really cool to see.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
Yeah.
Back to you guys.